one other point that I wanted to cover today was the point of focus, because so many small business owners, they're trying to do so many things at once, and initially that's kind of required. You have to be sort of good at everything you do, and you don't have enough money to maybe hire somebody on to focus on your marketing or do your website. So you ended up having to do everything by yourself. But the problem is there's no way that you could possibly be as good at every single task as somebody else who's able to do just that task. The problem is that it's a little bit arrogant even to say that, oh, I am going to do an even better job while working part-time as this person who's doing it full-time and has been doing it for 10 years. And they apply that both when they start the business as well as when they're continuing to work on the business. They'll even delay hiring people because they've been doing it for so long and now they like how they do it. But if they were just able to take that step back and be honest and admit that, I'm probably not the best coder / baker / marketer / finance manager in the world all at the same time as the person who's only doing coding or only baking. And if they're able to do that, it's also going to be less stress for them, maybe for you who's watching. But it's really difficult for most people, but it's really holding them back as well. If they were just able to defer, step back and let somebody else focus on that, then that would probably be the thing that takes them to the next level. As well as it doesn't have to cost as much as they think. They don't have to hire a full-on agency or a full company to handle that task. They can usually get by with just making a start, hiring a contractor to handle that part for them. And that's usually going to be a major step. The problem is you don't want to just pick anybody. Like one of my favorite developers that I work with, I had to interview maybe 14 people to find that one person. And that was well worth it. And now he's been handling work that I would have had to have done for just around 2 years now. But the return on investment that I'm expecting to see from that is significant. But it's going to take you 20 hours of investment to find that good person. But the value that comes from that diversification, it's really hard to put a price on it. Plus, then you don't have to worry about that anymore. The stress that would have come from you having to have your attention divided into so many places, it's a really big improvement that many people probably aren't factoring in properly. So there's a really great video on this by one of my favorite YouTube channels for Sam Ovens. I'll put the link to that video in the caption, but I would highly encourage anybody to go and watch that on the power of focus and how it can just propel you so much farther. So this clip ended up kind of being a mix of focus as well as hiring and diversification, but really the point of it, or the overarching theme, was focus. And if you can just focus on your best attribute, maybe you're the best marketer, but you're wasting your time with the coding, or you're wasting your time with the baking, or whatever other parts of the business, then you will propel your business so much farther, just doubling, tripling down on your talent and letting other people handle the rest that you don't really want to do anyways. You just did it because you had to in the first place. So, definitely let me know if you have any questions about how you would implement that, but it should be pretty straightforward. You probably know what you need to do. You just need somebody to remind you to try it out. So all the best.